Okay, good evening. Welcome to the postgame press conference here at the Baton Rouge Regional. We have with us from Missouri State, to my immediate left, head coach Mox, Amaka Agugwa Hamilton. To her left is senior guard Maya Binhar, and to her left at the end of the table is senior guard Mariah White. What we will do is allow Coach Mox to have an opening statement. Then when we take questions, we will take questions first for the players and players only. We'll get those out of the way and then dismiss them, and then Coach will stay. You can address questions to Coach. I ask you to please silence your phones, and once again, for those who are joining us online via Zoom, if you have a question, please hit the raise hand button on there, and we will get to you after in-person questions are finished here. So, Coach, if you don't mind, an opening comment. Congratulations.
Thank you. Well, obviously excited. I loved how we played today. Our toughness was just through the roof. The game plan was defend and rebound. That was the two things we really had to do, and we did that from the tip. So I was really proud of our attention to detail. We had people step up that usually don't in the points category, and also people coming in off the bench that stepped up, played great defense. So it was just an all-around team win. We wanted to prove a point. We wanted to gain some more respect and prove that we belonged in the field, and I think we did that.
Okay, for those in person, if you have a question, please raise your hand. We'll bring you a microphone since we are streaming this live, and you can address your question to either one of the two players first, please.
This is for both players. In the second quarter, y'all just couldn't stay in front of their guards. I mean, just they kept penetrating, getting free throws. What adjustments did y'all make to cut that off? And particularly, I mean, you just flat cut it off in the second half. I mean, what happened?
That was definitely the game plan from the get-go, is just be heavy gaps. We knew who their shooters were, but that is our defense too. That's why it's so hard for people to score on us, I feel like, is because of our gaps. We keep our defense compacted, and they got away from us, but that's a game of basketball. Adjustments, you have to make adjustments in basketball to win games, and we knew that when they were getting downhill, we knew that was a problem. But when we went into halftime, and even when during the second quarter, we were trying to make adjustments then too. We definitely just came in. Third quarters, sometimes they've killed us this year, so we really wanted to come in focused. I feel like third quarters, sometimes those can be difference makers in games. So you can go, right?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I think she pretty much covered it. We just had to make an adjustment and realize that when we're guard, even though like one person might be on the guard and they might be getting downhill, but it's a team defense. They got to get through all of us. Then that's why we like key in on gaps and whatnot.
Maya, just seeing the people who haven't been here step up today. You see Naya having a great game, Jen having a great game, Mariah having a great game. Just what was that like for you to see? Because you've been here a few times, and they led the way there for a little bit.
I'm just like overjoyed, honestly. I'm just so proud. This is the best time of the year to play in these moments, and I was so proud because, especially like Rye. I mean, she had 5 steals. She was all over the place. Yeah, she was scoring the ball, but she was crazy on defense. Naya, Jen, like, they were insane. I was just so proud of them. They really stuck to the game plan. They really were focused. It wasn't perfect. I said that yesterday too. We're not going to be perfect, but I thought when we weren't perfect, we locked in and we kept going, and I'm just so proud of them. I mean, that's a great first game for them. Great first game to get another belt under this tournament for confidence, and it was just great. It was great to see.
Sure. And Mariah, for you, just being able to have that kind of impact in your first NCAA tournament game, this is kind of why you came here.
Absolutely. So it feels good. I'm just filled with gratitude and just knowing that, I mean, we belong here. So a game like this kind of solidifies it for us.
My end of the first half, Florida State went on a 19-0 run, and y'all kind of fought back at the end to tie it up. Put me in your shoes. Walk me through your mindset at the end of the first half. How did you tie it back up?
Honestly, just go-getter mentality. From the point guard spot, I just want to do what my team needs at that moment. If that's points, if I need to do that, if I need to get a defensive stop, I want to lock in on those things. And I mean, my teammates were finding me too. I created some shots for myself, but Rye hit me in the corner. She drew a lot of people in, and she got me open. I was happy I knocked down that 3 to tie it. This is March. People need to step up, and I just want to step up when I need to, whatever that is, defense, assists, scoring. I was just happy I could do that for my team and put the ball in the hole, honestly.
Maya, throughout the game, when you guys kind of got in foul trouble and separate players got in foul trouble at separate times, is it hard to get in a groove when that happens, when maybe you get a couple buckets and you get a foul and you got to get out and stuff like that? And how did you guys maintain pressure and stay ahead when really, some of you were subbing out so frequently because of foul trouble?
It definitely is hard to get a rhythm, but that's what's great about our team and our leaders on this team. We all stay focused. I mean, people stepped up at multiple times like, hey, we're okay. We're okay. We have to make sure whoever comes in the game, hey, we're locked in. Let's stay locked in. This is what we're doing. Know what you're doing, and that's what's important. That's basketball. Things happen. Like we were talking about injuries, fouls. Things happen in the game. You just have to keep going, and I think leading-wise, there's multiple leaders on this team that stepped up to keep everybody checked in, and that's why you saw Naya and Jen and people like that step up, and Rye. I mean, Rye's like locked in all the time too, coming off the bench for us, but that's what's great about our team. I think that's why we're really hard, because you never really know. Everyone just stays locked in.
Even pregame, I could see it, and then mostly in that second half. But seems like when you guys are having a lot of fun is when you guys kind of play your best. Can you explain that a little to me about, how you guys are able to stay loose and have a lot of fun and then, still play that top tier basketball?
I think it's just the culture of being here. Like, we want to make sure we're having fun, enjoy these moments, stay in the moment, and then take care of business at the end of the day. I mean, we're all here to, get things done. We're here in March to win games. We're not just here. Like, we're here to win games, and so we just want to have fun while doing it.
Yeah, this is from Mariah. I know in the first half you didn't score, but you went in with about 7 minutes left in the third quarter and just went off. And just talk about what flipped for you. It seemed like defensively you got into the person you guard, and that just kind of turned your whole game on that point. Just talk about that.
Yeah, I think basically keying in on defense helps me with my offense, like turning my defense into offense. And I think that's like the mentality of the entire team is turning our defense into offense. When our defense is going, then our offense is usually going. So just going with the culture.
Question for Mariah. Really feels like Maya is a leader of the team. So if you can put into words, what does she mean to the team? What does she mean to the group?
That would actually be the hardest question to put into words because Maya is a leader I've never had, and so I am so grateful for her, whether she is leading by talking and telling us what we need to do, our morale, it's so much behind the scenes, or even if she's taking over games like the first half, it's hard to put in words how much Maya means to this team, and just the type of leader as a point guard and just everything that she does.
Real quick, what does it mean to you to see Mariah diving all over the floor, going for loose balls, getting steals, and going in transition?
She's gritty. She brings that to our team. She brings that grit. And I told her right before half, I went up to her and Bryce. I said, hey, this is your half. This is your half. You're going to get it done. And she did. And like she said, she brings defense to this team. We have great defenders on this team, Bryce, people like that. But she's brought that from day one. And she's grit. She brings that to this team, and we need it. And I'm just proud of her. She's always brought that, and she brings that energy, and she had a great game.
We have time for 2 more questions for the players. I know there's one right here in the front, and then if there's one more after that, then we'll dismiss the players.
Maya, how much did you notice that your experience playing on this stage come in today, especially when you're leading an mostly a new group, and them having to stand up today?
Definitely just say keeping my composure. We have a word we have to give mocks before every year, and I told her mine was composure, and she was like, composure? And I was like, honestly, yeah. I said we have experience and we have a lot of new people, and I said I want to be that person on the court. People can look at me and know, hey, we're okay. We're composed. I want to bring that to our team, and I thought that's what I just try to bring to this tournament. We have a lot of people that haven't been here. We've had a lot of people that have been here, and I think composure is key. And that's why you saw when they started making runs at times, we were composed and we came back, we're in this game. So that's really just what I feel like I brought.
Okay, final question?
Yeah. Maya, I'll ask you. You guys are the 11th seed now, going to play Ohio State on Saturday. How do you build from this win into a couple days from now?
It definitely gives you confidence, like Rye said. It's good to get our feet wet for people that haven't been in this experience before. I said it a couple days ago too. We've been good as an 11 seed. I think it's exciting. We just want to keep playing basketball, and anything can happen in March. It's just good. Honestly, it's cool to be in the first game. It was cool. I mean, yeah, sometimes you want to be automatic bid like that, but I think it's good that we had that experience going into this tournament and playing a 6th seed. I think everything happens for a reason. I think it'll be good for us.
Okay, Maya, Mariah, thank you all very much. Congratulations.
Thank
We'll let
you.
you all step down.
Big dubs.
No.
Thanks, guys.
Watch your
Thank you.
step, please. Thank you all. Thank you all. Okay, now for questions for Coach Mox.
Yeah, Coach, your two best players didn't have great games tonight. Bryce didn't make a shot until like 8 minutes left in the third quarter. Abby never got going. But talk about just the bench play. People who came in and just filled those roles and really got you back going. Didn't miss a beat.
Yeah, well, first of all, we got to win in the March Madness NCAA Tournament. So I think everybody played great, in my opinion, because we came out on top. But I was pleased to see that, Mariah stepped up off the bench, Nia stepped up off the bench. Paige came in the first half, and she didn't miss a beat. She played some really good defense and then, kept us going. But Bryce struggled a little bit, but she does a lot of great things. And her defense is something that, a lot of people have not experienced yet. So the way that she defended their leading scorer helped propel us to a win. She held number 24, Morgan Jones, to 4 points. She guarded her pretty much the whole game. So I thought Bryce played great. I thought she showed a lot of toughness down the stretch. Abby J, she forced them to do some things that they aren't used to doing. They were fronting her. They were, doubling off her, which opened up other people. So their presence on the court helped propel us to a win.
Coach, what's to say about your team that they can fight back from all the foul trouble you guys had tonight? Like I was talking to Maya about, you had players coming in and out kind of the whole game, but for them to stay resilient and win in the fashion they did, what's to say about the group of women you have in that locker room and how they're playing right now?
Character, that's the character of this team. That's the culture. That's who we are. And all the adversity that we went through this year has set us up for something like that. At one point I was just subbing people in and out because they come in and get a foul and the next one would get a foul. So then people were playing with 3 fouls, playing with 4 fouls, things like that. But we don't get rattled by that because we just been through so much. Our story is a little different than most. I don't know what everybody else has been through, but I'm pretty sure there's not many teams in the country that can lose their starting 4 and 5 player and still be, one, pursuing championships and also dancing. That's a tough thing to do. Post players are hard to come by. And we were able to combat all that adversity along with, Maya, who you talked to. She sprained her ankle right there in the beginning of conference season. She was out a few games. We had 4 kids that went in the COVID protocol, so we were shorthanded a lot. So all that adversity that we just had to weather the storm and persevere through helped us tonight because we knew other people had to step up. We might have somebody foul out or we might have to sit somebody because of foul trouble. So the next person has to be ready to go.
You kind of mentioned it the other day, or maybe yesterday, just about Nia and Jen and how much they've stepped up and how much they're going to need to step up. And it seemed like we saw it tonight. Just how incredible was it to see them do that in their first NCAA tournament game?
It was awesome. First of all, Jen's intensity, I haven't seen her play like that all year. I thought she really set the tone. She was guarding that big kid number 1. She started the game off great. Nia came in and she had to get settled in a little bit, but when she did, she really helped us. And both of those two haven't even played significant minutes at this level. First of all, Division I level, and then let alone in the NCAA tournament. So for them to step up, that was huge for us. And Bryce said in her press conference yesterday that I didn't even know she did this, but she went up to them after the UNI game and told them that we don't get where we are without them too, and them sacrificing what they need to sacrifice. Jen is playing through previous injuries and things like that, and she told them that they're a big reason why we're in the position we are in. And you have your 6-year senior leader telling you that, you're going to be inspired.
And Mariah, just kind of piggybacking off that, just she was able to kind of weather some storms there throughout the game, great defensively, to see her have that performance when you've said all year this is why she came here.
To see her flourish in that moment, it just, my heart was smiling for all of them. But Mariah specifically came here, one, to be a part of something special. She loved our culture. She loved the players and the coaching staff. But she had never played in the NCAA tournament. She'd done a lot of things. She was Defensive Player of the Year twice in her league. She averaged 19 points, had the green light. She'd done a lot of things, but she wanted to win a championship and she wanted to play in the NCAA tournament. So she was just having so much fun out there, because this is what she wanted to do in her career. This took her 5 years to get here. And a lot of people take things for granted. It's not easy to make this field of 68. it's not an easy thing to do. So when you get here, you just got to seize the moment. I mean, what I wrote on the board was carpe diem, seize the day. And I think we went out there and did that.
Talked a lot about Maya's leadership here in recent weeks, and just watching you listen to her speak there, you can see the pride in your face. Just the composure and everything that she's brought to this team. Where have you seen that the most, and being able to lead them to a win today?
Her leadership is it's hard to put in words. And I said it yesterday in the press conference. She literally, when I listen to her, she sounds like me. Like she sounds like what I try to convey to our team. The things we talk about, pushing through adversity, coming together, just the culture, everything. She's evolved so much. She's matured so much. Everybody on the team looks up to her. We have great communication during the games. She understands the scouting report. She'll come and tell me different things. Hey, this is what they're running. Things like that. She's a coach on the floor, and she's being so present. She knows this is her last year playing basketball. She wants to go into engineering and further higher education, and she's just staying present, and she doesn't want to have any regrets. And she's been like that all year. And especially down the stretch, if you look at games where we're struggling to score, or we're, in a situation where, maybe we're down, Maya has stepped up, and that's something that she's done consistently. So, what she did at the end of that first half was no different.
We have a question here, one more question in the back, and then we have one online before we thank Coach Mox for her time. So 2 here, go ahead.
So, Coach, your team is shorter, not as long, not as athletic as Florida State. So from a basketball perspective, how did you overcome those deficiencies from an X's and O's standpoint?
Well, Jen is 6'4", Abby J 6'3", Nia 6'3". Wilson's a 6-foot guard. I think we have a lot of length. I think we have a lot of athleticism. Bryce, you saw how many rebounds Bryce had? 7 rebounds. She's an athlete. I think we have a lot of athletes on our team, and I think we have a lot of length. And we were able to do what we've done all year and defend and rebound because we have heart. That's how we play, and we're physical, and we can match up with athletes. This is not the first Power 5 that we've beaten all year. We beat USC, who was 10 times bigger than them. That's probably the biggest team we've ever played. So I referenced that in the locker room, and I said, we've played teams that are big, we played teams that are athletic, but we got heart, and we were blessed with some of those talents as well. So we just feel like we get overlooked, of course, and especially now that losing our 2 starting post players, people don't think we're going to win or we deserve to be here, and we just wanted to go out there and prove that we do.
Coach, you guys start hot, they make a comeback, and then you come back over them, you have some foul trouble, all of this that happened tonight. How do you carry that into Saturday?
Well, like Maya says, I always tell them basketball is a game of mistakes. So we were able to make mistakes and recover from them and keep playing and stay together. So that's what we're going to have to do. It's not going to get any easier. Obviously, Ohio State's their 6th seed for a reason. They won the regular season in the Big Ten. They shared a title, and they're a high-powered offensive team. So, we just have to have attention to detail, know the scouting report, and understand that, when we go in that game, we'll make runs, but they're going to make runs too. So when they punch, we got to punch back and vice versa. And we just got to continue to fight and stay together.
I think that question handled the one that was on Zoom because the hands are down for theirs. Coach Mox, thank you for your time. Congratulations tonight. Once again, Missouri State will face Ohio State at 1:30 on Saturday. We will have Florida State in here in just a moment. A recording of this press conference will be available in the NCAA Digital Media Hub at www.ncaa.veritone.com. Transcripts are provided by ASAP and will be posted shortly. We thank you for joining us.